Okay, Miss Sapp, we are now live streaming.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today for the District Library Book Objection Committee meeting. The purpose of today's meeting is to review an objection to the book titled 33 Snowfish by Adam Rapp. I'm Dawn Sapp, Associate Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. Our superintendent, Mr. Forson, has designated me as the chair of the committee, and I'll be facilitating today's meeting. School-based and district staff, as well as parent and community volunteers, are invited to participate on each committee. Today's meeting will result in a recommendation that will be forwarded to Mr. Forson, St. Johns County School District Superintendent. The committee meeting is public record and therefore subject to sunshine law. It is being live streamed for public viewing. Committee members are not required to have their camera on during the meeting. We are committed to civility and decorum. Please assist us in maintaining a constructive meeting environment by remaining respectful of each participant during the meeting and afterwards. Additional discussion of the objecting party or committee members outside of the meeting is discouraged. Disparaging comments are contrary to district expectations regarding character and civility. Committee members received several resources in advance of the meeting. The resources included the objecting party's request for reconsideration, a copy of the book, Florida statutes, Florida Department of Education guidance for library media services.
Miss Sapp,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt. We do have a hand up and some comments in the chat. This is, I'm going to let Miss Dixon speak.
Oh, I apologize.
Yes, my apologies, Miss Sapp. This is the objection to Strange Truth.
I am so sorry.
It's the next book, but that's okay. You go ahead and finish, and I'm sure it's more in the committee know the book that they're reviewing.
Yes, I see that, and I apologize for that. I see that comment. It's my confusion. I had my date mixed up. And since I don't have my notes right here, Strange Truth, the author is Miss Dixon.
Ms. Zakowski? I don't have it right in front of me either.
It is Maggie Thrash.
Thank you, Dr. Lawson.
I just want to make sure we get that recorded. So today's meeting is to review an objection to Strange Truth by Maggie Thrash. My apologies again for that. So you received a copy of that book, and the Florida statutes, the Florida Department of Ed guidance for library media services, professional source reviews, St. Johns County School Board rules, the Library Book of Rights, and a school library media material evaluation checklist. The process for today is as follows. First, the objecting party will have the opportunity to address the committee. They will provide any information they deem compelling or new regarding their request. Next, the committee will have a discussion utilizing the school library media material evaluation checklist. Finally, the decision by majority vote will determine a recommendation for Superintendent Forson. There are two options: retain the book for a designated level or remove the book from all St. Johns County School District libraries. For our meeting today, both agreeable and opposing viewpoints are welcomed. Are there any questions before we begin? Jean Moore is the objecting party for Strange Truth. Ms. Moore, this is your time to address the committee. You have up to 5 minutes to share your objection.
Good afternoon, and thank you for the opportunity to share my thoughts. My objections to the book Strange Truth by Maggie Thrash are that it contains obscene sexual activities, sexual assault, sexual nudity, voyeurism, profanity and derogatory terms, alcohol and drug use by minors, and suicide. I'd like to share Kirkus Review's review of this title. It states the obvious about the story itself and then provides an accurate conclusion. An elite Atlanta prep school harbors shocking and deadly secrets. At Winship Academy, the Mystery Club has only 2 members, Benny, one of the only Jewish students in the entire school, and gossip-mongering Virginia, a boarder in the school's crumbling dorms. When popular blonde Brittany plummets off a bridge, the Mystery Club is on the case. What they discover, however, is a disquieting web of murder, obsession, and sex crimes. Rape and child pornography are breezily discussed and seem to be given almost no gravitas. The perpetrator of the rape and murder faces no punishment, even after Benny and Virginia deduce who did it. Benny concludes what the world needed more than justice was truth, instead of reporting it to the authorities. Even more frustratingly, among the nearly all-white student body, the only people who commit crimes in this book are people of color. It will be hard for readers to find anyone to latch onto, as the characters are almost uniformly repellent, including Benny and Virginia. Their ability to shrug off the seriousness of crimes they investigate in order to solve them seems positively sociopathic. The mystery itself is implausible, and that failing combines with the careless treatment of victims and loathsome characterizations to create an offering that's both repugnant and infuriating. Don't just skip this, run from it. The reviewer calls the characterizations loathsome and the book itself repugnant. I could not agree more. Anything good you could possibly come up with about the story is lost in the endless sexual commentary and scenarios. I would like to take a moment to say that every student that uses a school media center is a minor child. It is the responsibility of the school district to compile an age-appropriate collection that does not include adult content. A book does not have to be illegal under the Florida statutes to be inappropriate for school. Please do not get lost in the upcoming questions from the checklist. The checklist alone does not determine if a book is appropriate for school. I sincerely hope that committee members will also use common sense, a moral compass, and courage to stand up for childhood innocence and parental rights. Parents alone determine if they want their children to have access to or be exposed to adult content, not the child and not the school district. The digital catalog and opt-out process does nothing to prevent students from accessing anything located in the media center. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ms. Moore. Committee members, we will refer to the school library media material evaluation form for our discussion. As a reminder, Florida statute states that any material used in a classroom made available in a school or classroom library or included on a reading list may be objected to for 4 specific reasons. Reason number 1, the material is pornographic or prohibited under section 847.012. The material must be removed if the majority of the committee agrees that the objecting party that the material is pornographic or prohibited. For the remaining 3 reasons, the committee will determine if there is an appropriate grade level or if the material should be removed. Those 3 reasons are: the material depicts or describes sexual conduct as defined in statute 847.001(19). The material is not suited to student needs and their ability to comprehend the material, and the material is inappropriate for the grade level and age group for which the material is used. Keep in mind that our final task on the form is to make a recommendation to Superintendent Forson. There are 2 options: retain the book for a designated level or remove the book from all libraries. Again, statute is clear that we must recommend to remove the title if the majority of the committee determines a violation of question 4 on the checklist. The floor will be open to discussion, and each committee member will have the opportunity to share. Comments will be summarized to provide an overall committee response for each question. Please remember to raise your hand to provide a comment. For our meeting today, both agreeable and opposing viewpoints are welcome. Let's begin. We will now go through the checklist together. I will read each question, ask if anyone has comments, and then we will vote. Okay, the first question, the objecting party's challenge of the material cites that, and what we'll do is we will go directly to the document that was provided by Ms. Moore, and we will take her words from her form and place them for question 1. It's just a way, when Mr. Forson received this, it's a way of seeing that, we all know this is why the material was objected to. So number 1, we'll take care of that, and you can see that on the her request for reconsideration. So we'll go to question number 2. Questions 2 and 3 are really just a way for Mr. Forson to know if the members of the committee had a chance to look at the resources that were provided. So question number 2, specific pages in the material cited by the objecting party were reviewed. If you did review the pages cited by the objecting party, please vote yes at this time. If you did not review those pages, please vote no.
Ms. Sapp, that is 7 yes votes for question number 2. You may now remove your vote. We're waiting on one more vote to be removed.
Sorry, I think that's me. Can you tell me how to do that again?
I'm just where you clicked the to vote, you're just gonna hit that option one more time. There you go.
Gotcha, thanks.
Did you want to change your vote or was that a mistake?
That was a
change?
mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay.
That
I
was
just
supposed to be green.
Yes, it was green at first, and then I think you hit it to remove it, and I just want to make sure that we properly accounted for your vote. So that is,
Thank you.
you're welcome. 7 yes votes, Ms. Sapp.
Thank you. Question number 3. Professional and/or crowdsource reviews were considered. If you looked at the professional and crowdsource reviews that were provided, please vote yes. If you did not review all of those provided reviews, please vote no.
All right, Ms. Sapp, we have 6 yes votes and 1 no vote for question number 3. You may now remove your vote.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to question number 4. Is the material pornographic or prohibited under Florida Statute 847.012? Please vote. Oh, and I apologize. Is there anyone, and I know you guys have started voting, but is there anyone who wanted to make a comment on this prior to the vote? If you do, just raise your hand. Okay, I don't see any hands, so we'll go ahead with the vote. Is the material pornographic or prohibited under Florida Statute 847.012? Please vote at this time. Is the material pornographic or prohibited under Florida Statute 847.012?
Ms. Sapp, we have 3 yes votes and 4 no votes for question number 4. You may now remove your vote.
Question number 5. Does the material depict or describe sexual conduct defined in Florida Statute 847.001(19)? Are there any comments before we vote? Raise your hand. Don't see any hands, so we'll go ahead and vote. Does the material depict or describe sexual conduct defined in Florida Statute 847.001(19)?
Ms. Sapp, we have 2 yes votes and 5 no votes for question number 5. You may now remove your vote.
Okay, question number 6. Is the material unsuited to student needs and their ability to comprehend the material presented? Are there any comments? Please raise your hand. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and vote. Is the material unsuited to student needs and their ability to comprehend the material presented?
Ms. Sapp, for question 6, we have 7 no votes. You may now remove your vote.
Before I read question 7, can someone from Instructional Materials and Media Services tell me where is this material located at this time?
Hi, currently this material is located in the high school collection, so those are grades 9 through 12.
Thank you. So for question number 7, just keeping in mind that it's currently available for grades 9 through 12. Question number 7, is the material inappropriate for the grade level and age group for which the material is used? Are there any comments? Seeing no hands, let's go ahead and vote. Is the material inappropriate for the grade level and age group for which the material is used?
Ms. Sapp, for question 7, we have 7 no votes. You may now remove your vote.
Okay, so we are now at the point where we need to indicate what our recommendation is. So as was stated, the material is currently available for students in grades 9 and up. Is there anyone on the committee who would like to suggest that we change that recommendation? Okay, seeing no hands, we will go ahead and vote that our recommendation is the material is appropriate for grade 9 and up. Please vote. The material is appropriate for grade 9 and up.
Ms. Sapp, for the recommendation of grades 9 and up, we have 7 yes votes. You may now remove your vote. Just waiting on one more vote to be removed.
Okay, well, I'll go ahead. Thank you to all of our committee members for your participation today. Excuse me, there are 2 final action steps to conclude our work. First, your acknowledgement as a participant on the committee is needed on the recommendation to Mr. Forson. The recommendation, which includes notes from today's discussion, will be emailed to you. You may acknowledge participation by responding with an email, or you may review and sign the documents in person at our Media Services office at 10 Hildreth in St. Augustine. The second thing we need you to do is to return your book and any notes from your work to prepare for this meeting, and you'll return those to the location where you picked up your book. Are there any questions before we close the meeting? Okay, thank you. Have a great afternoon, everyone.